Leon Panetta is doing Hillary Clinton's dirty work. In his new book, Worthy Fights, the former defense secretary and former head of the CIA for Obama turns on Obama and criticizes his foreign policy and talks about how he would never negotiate himself with other powers. He would leave it all to the State and Defense Department. He would manage the negotiations, as he puts it, but not conduct them. He said that Obama was very weak in defending the line in the sand he drew about Syrian use of chemical weapons, and that undermined American credibility. He said that it was perfectly possible to leave a residual garrison in Iraq, but Obama did not take the initiative and did not exploit the hints he was given that the Iraqis would go along with it because he wanted to keep a campaign promise. And Panetta says he's certain that if we had kept a garrison there, ISIS would never have arisen. Very, very serious charges. But when it comes to Benghazi, he goes through the whole episode without once mentioning the name of Hillary Clinton, the head of the Department of State, whose consulate was attacked, whose ambassador was killed. And that gives you the clue as to what Panetta is up to. Because before he was Obama's defense secretary or Obama's head of the CIA, he was Bill Clinton's chief of staff. And at core, Panetta is a Clinton loyalist. And I believe that he was doing Hillary's dirty work in issuing his book and making those comments about Obama. Hillary's central strategic problem is that her only credential to become president is that she was Secretary of State. Her record in the Senate is a non-entity, and in the White House she was there for 8 years, but as my wife Eileen says, so is the White House pastry chef. So she really has to base it on her Secretary of State tenure, and that involves identification with Obama's foreign policy that she helped to formulate and implement. And that this is becoming a total disaster, between the reset button giving way to the Russian invasion of Crimea and of the Ukraine, the Arab Spring giving way to ISIS and the beheadings, North Korea becoming more militant, Iran moving ever closer to nuclear weapons. This Obama foreign policy is a laughingstock around the world, and everybody knows it, and Hillary has to distance herself from it, even as she claims that that experience is what enables her to be a good president. So she's got to get surrogates to go out there and say, oh, this mistake was Obama's fault, it wasn't Hillary's. And that decision, Obama made it. Hillary was opposed to it. And try to push Obama away from Hillary. Hillary can't do this herself because she'll kindle rage among the Obama people who are still loyal to Obama, and they'll turn on her. So she's got to let surrogates do it, and Leon Panetta was the perfect guy. So that's what I think's going on in this battle that we're watching between Panetta and the Obama administration.